slate. Tay's in the building. Good morning, my brother.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Good, boss. Good.
It's a good morning.
Yeah, it is. It's a Friday. It's a Friday morning. What's a Friday to you?
Well, I just came from jogging.
Dude, you don't jog.
I jog, I tell you. I jog for 1 hour.
1 solid hour of you just in the streets.
That's it.
Careful of the dogs, boss.
No, they run away. They can't keep up.
They cannot.
They can't keep up.
All right.
Definitely.
How's it with you, man?
No, I'm good.
Yeah?
No, I'm good. I've been working. I've been busy. But I'm good overall.
Now, I know one thing for sure is that Tay Grin is a brand.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, hate it or love it. Whether you hate it or you love it.
Tay Grin's a brand.
Tay Grin is a brand.
I'm a brand. This reminds me of that line in that movie by Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
What was that? Training Day.
It's a training day, yeah.
I'm a brand.
Yeah, it's a brand.
Like Pepsi.
Right? You know, just like that. You can go like that. Just like Fanta. Coca-Cola. Whatever you want to call it.
Definitely.
Yo, so how do you sell Tay Grin as a brand?
Well, I would say music or being an artist. It's business.
It is.
And you need to brand yourself. You need to sell the product. So just as they do any product, whether it's Coke, Fanta, the same way you brand a product, you package it, you have music, which is the product, and you have the artist, and you sort of label yourself in terms of what kind of music you do. And what kind of message you're getting across with your music and who your target audience is. And once you find out all that stuff, then you market it to those particular people, and you market it innovatively to those people to enhance the brand, but also to get new territory.
So when we think about Tay as a brand, what exactly do we have? What exactly should come into our minds? Like, once we mention Tay Grin, it's associated to something. What is it?
Young music.
All that drum beating and everything.
To the fusion and just the culture. A representation of what Malawian music should be. And that's what I've branded myself ever since I started music. For my first video, I've always had traditional dances in there. The fusion has always been there, and I've grown and used more and so elements of our culture to cement that brand. So now when you speak of Tay Grin, that's the first thing that comes in mind.
The artist,
the entrepreneur, but predominantly the fact that I fuse a lot of cultural.
Is there any trick at all that you use so that you sell this brand?
Well, I mean, with any product, you need to sort of appeal to your target audience, right?
Yeah.
So for me, it's always I always look at something that will basically bring out a reaction. For me, positive or negative is a reaction.
Yeah.
Right. And in fact, when you
like my boss say that feedback is feedback.
Right.
Negative or negative positive.
It doesn't make a difference.
It's feedback.
In my field, the more people are talking, the more you're doing well. You see.
Is it?
That's it.
Okay.
Because you see, even if they're saying negative stuff, they're still talking.
Yeah.
Right? They're still mentioning your name. They're still what people don't understand is the more you say something bad about someone, the more you make that person more interesting.
Okay.
You see, so when people say to me,
I'm in school now.
So when people say to me, what is your take on this beef stuff? When people are saying bad things about it, I don't mind. The more they talk, the better it is for me because it makes me more interesting.
Okay.
You're gonna speak to someone who might have never heard of me.
Okay.
And you're gonna start telling them my story, and it'll make them very interested in finding out more. In so doing, they come on, and when they come on and they research and they want to listen to my music, then I catch them.
Is there anybody else in particular that manages the brand, the Tay Grin brand?
Well, I manage my brand. I've always managed my brand from the beginning.
You're the self-manager.
That's it. I've managed my stuff from day one. But right now I'm expanding into different territories. So what I've done is I've involved more territorial managers for the brand, for the SADC region, for West Africa and East Africa.
How did you set up Tay Grin to be the brand that is today?
Well, I mean,
from the scratch.
First and foremost, it goes down to hard work. You need to have a vision. You need to know exactly what it is you want to achieve. You need to know, like I keep saying, your target audience. And what you need to, I had to do research in terms of what appeals to them. At the same time, when I started music, my motivation for starting music was based on the fact that when I was listening to the music that was out there those days, it was more Western. people seem to associate themselves with the Western culture.
Yeah.
Trying to sound more American and so forth. And I thought, well, there's a space for me to create music that is not being created, which is a fusion of the culture of Malawi.
Yeah.
And then that's how the whole idea came about.
Yeah.
And I remember I was at a function, and I think it was back in my village in Ponela. There was a function there, and they started playing the drums. And the moment they started playing the drums, even though people were just sitting there and just doing their own stuff, the moment the drums started playing, everybody just sort of drew in closer.
Yeah, yeah.
And I thought to myself, well, that's interesting, because if I can put that in my music, maybe it will have the same reaction.
Yeah,
for
real.
And amazingly it did. I fused it, and the first song that I ever released with drums in there was 2x2.
Yeah.
And the reaction that song 2x2 and the reaction that song got, just went back to the way I saw it back in my village. And I thought to myself, well, okay, I've created an identity.
It did, to the village.
Sorry?
To the village. 2x2 went as far as to your village.
I mean, I remember I was performing in my village.
Yeah.
And I was on stage and I performed this song. The reaction was massive. Everywhere I went, this song. I performed
What does that tell you, man?
The drums.
You perform it in the village.
Right.
But then we think this is the way that we think. The type of music that you're doing is for the urban culture.
Right.
But then you go perform in your own village.
Right. It's a blend. My music is a blend, and what do I mean by a blend? It's the type of music that appeals to the older generation, even those in the village, and the younger generation. Because simply of the fusion of the culture. And the cultural element is something that appeals to the older generation simply because it reminds them of their past. Those are some of the things that they used to do. My current new single, Chipapapa, has the same fusion. You can't tell. There's no one in this country who can tell you they don't know what that means, or they've never.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that definitely.
And so that is basically what drives my brand. Always keeping it relevant to today's lifestyle, which is the youth, and still bringing in the older generation to appreciate.
Now from my take and other people's perspective, in as far as the way that you manage your music and Tay Grin as a brand, it seems like you're doing fine, man. It's a thing that when you come up with a single, everybody talks about you. It's a thing that we lack as Malawian artists out there. How do you do that?
Well, like I said, you always have to keep relevant to the times. Music is being innovative. For me, I like to create stuff that gets people thinking. Understand? A song needs to get people thinking. The one thing that I always do when I'm in studio and when I'm speaking to producers is, guys, we're making a song, and I want 2 reactions. This is what I always say. I want 2 reactions. I want someone to say, "What is this?" or "Wow." Those are the 2 reactions I want.
Yeah. Because
both reactions will drive the song.
Yeah, it is.
What is this? So people will be like, he hasn't done anything interesting. But what is this in a way that it's very different, like something that you haven't heard before. And in so doing, it just makes like for instance, the person that I look up to give an example, is Jay-Z.
Jiggaman.
Jay-Z is the type of guy he's musical, but he's a businessman.
I know one person in Malawi that loves Jay-Z to the bone.
Yeah, who's that?
Taps.
Yeah.
You're riding in his car, you never hear anything else apart from Jay-Z.
No, the man's a genius.
Yeah, he is.
The man's a genius, and I think that out of all the people in this world, if I ever met him, I think he's the only person that I'll be starstruck.
For real?
Yes, I think that's the only person. I think I'd sit there for a few minutes and I wouldn't know what to really say.
Okay.
Because I just, I respect his hustle. I respect the decisions he makes. He's the type of guy who, when he drops something, same thing.
Yeah.
He brings out, whether it's an album or a single, the world stands still. Everyone's talking about it. The last time he brought out the album during the NBA Finals halftime.
Yeah.
And he had a deal where the song will be available on anyone who has a Samsung. So he does these things that are just out of this world. Out
of the world, you did.
And that's what you need to do with your music.
Is there anywhere else that artists in Malawi are lacking? In as far as the branding of their brand, as the way that Tay Grin is branded?
Yeah, I mean, you need to.
There are plenty of artists in Malawi.
Right, and that's for me, it's 90% business and 10% talent. So yes, if you're an artist, the 10% is done. You have the talent, okay. But now you need to figure out how to market your talent. Because if you don't know that 90%, if you don't provoke people, if you don't entice people, if you don't market your brand properly, no one will know you. You'll be just another artist who does music. You need to get into people's faces. You need to market your product. You need to do things that are innovative. People need to sit there and go, wow, I would not have thought of that. Because you see, being an artist or being a person in the public domain, you need to have that star quality. People need to look at you and be like, I want to be that guy. And I want to be that guy in so many different ways. Whether it's your fashion sense, whether it's the way whether it's the way you deliver your music, whether it's the way you market your music. There needs to be something about you that gets people talking and people saying, well, I want to be like that guy. And that's what differentiates a normal person to celebrity.
Okay, and you are putting everything else out there beyond the borders of Malawi. How do you do that? I think that's one thing that we miss out locally.
Right. I mean, I have created, I've been in the music industry for about 12 years now. And
has it come to 12?
It has come to 12. It's been that long.
Okay.
And over the years, I've created enough connections. I've met a lot of people to make enough links.
That's exactly the point. How do you do that?
It's a starting process, and you as a person need to be innovative. You need to. I'm the type of person who walks into a room and I want to get to know what you do. Understand? So when I step into a place, I'm not about I'm this guy and this is why. No. I'm about trying to get to know who that person is. What do they do? How can I work with that person? And so every opportunity I get to travel and go to these functions, whether it's the awards or whether it's just the shows that I'm doing. Like now I've got a show in London at the Aston Villa Park in April. When I go there, for me, it's networking, getting to know people, getting to know how I can further enhance my product. Who can I get my music with? There'll be so many DJs there, there'll be so many PR people, there'll be so many A&R people. And for me, it's just a matter of giving them my profiles, giving them my music, getting to know how I can work with them. And this is what has happened over the years. So now that I'm releasing music, I reach out to those links. Guys, my music is out. How can I get my music into your territory? Who do I need to collaborate with in that territory to get my music known? And I've got a video now. So which channels are the ones that have most effect? You've got the main channels, your channel or your MTV base and so forth. But you also have channels within each country. Who do I need to speak to get my music into Nigeria? Who do I need to speak to get my music? And so those links and networking helps you do that. So like now, I released a single. That single's on all major radio stations across the continent.
Okay.
And the video we're shooting on the 23rd of April. Sorry, April, I keep saying April. 23rd of this month. And once it comes out, it's going to be on every TV station on the continent.
Including TV.
Exactly. So those are the things that you need to prepare for prior to
now, my brother, it seems like you're talking about all these connections and everything else. Somebody else would say, I've heard somebody else on the outside to say that Tay Grin inde amayimba ngomano azosezijanizo kuti kwawo ndikwakuno bwino akoti amatha kumpitisa kunjako kaya ndi ndani yake amene ali kwamatha kumpitisa kunjako amapangira ma connections chifukwa kwawo ndikophula. And now you're coming in to say it is your own effort that drives you into doing everything else that you're doing, putting Tay Grin out there. What is it that you have to say about this?
People need to stop making excuses. You need to stop making excuses point blank. If you want to achieve something in life, you go out there and get it. I'm passionate about music. I know exactly what I'm doing with my music. I have vision for my music. I know where I want to be in 5 years' time regards to my music. So when I go out there, I'm implementing this plan that I have. I don't just randomly select songs. I don't randomly just do things. I do things. Everything is calculated. And you need to be that kind of person. You need to be systematic. You need to know exactly what you want to do and what you want to achieve. People will make excuses, and like I said, the more they talk, the better it is for me, so they can keep talking. But those who are serious and want to do music and put their brand further, music is a business. It's more expensive to be an artist, so let's not kid ourselves. Because once you have a product, you need to market it. You need finances behind you, and so you need to work for those things. And to get finances does not mean or whatever the case is. Just like in business, when you have an idea that is very solid and you have a plan and you have a proposal, you got your finances in place, you go out and get money either from the banks or you can get sponsors to sponsor you. So So this is why, when people talk to me about doing beef, I say I don't participate in that stuff because the people that I would approach to finance some of my projects are people who are very mature and people who want to understand and don't want to be associated with those things. So if a brand is promoting me, or I'm promoting a brand or endorsing a brand and they're paying me, I need to have a certain image in check.
Okay. Now, somebody else would argue to say Tay Grin doesn't go to work.
Right.
Yeah, but
you don't see me every day, do you?
No, you don't. That's exactly the point.
You don't know what I do.
That's the point. They see you driving, and they see you doing whatever it is that you're supposed to do.
Right.
But then they look up to people who wake up in the morning and they go to this particular office, of which we don't see in Tay.
Yesterday, my day started at 6:30 a.m. And I work till 2 p.m. Now you wonder what I do. Like what I do is my life. It's got nothing to do with people. What I do is my life.
Yeah.
And I have a private life.
You've got the right to that.
And I've got a social life, right?
Yeah.
So what you see is a social aspect of me. I don't need to tell you what I do for a living.
Ah, sweet. Now let's get to this track right here. Let's get to this track. I'm loving this joint, by the way. Let's get to it.
Thank you.
Slate. One, two, hey.
1 for Sole, 2 for Glide, 3 for Nyao. Get down, low. 1 for Sole, 2 for Glide, 3 for Nyao. Get down, low. Chiba Papa, hey you, hey go. Get down, low. Chiba Papa, hey you, hey go. Get down, low.
1 for Sole, 2 for Glide, 3 for Nyao. Get down,
low.
1 for Sole, 2 for Glide, 3 for Nyao. Get down.
Nothing concern me for what you want do. How we concern you for what I want do. Face your rocking, make you do you. No dance, we come dancing, no cheap punch you. It's time for us to boogie down. Bend your nash, make you get down. Make your dance in this scatter town. And it's time for me to press nash now. So, who is in the garden?
A sexy fine girl.
Can I come and see her?
No. If you bring a penny, you can come and see her. Do so and follow me.
I will do so and follow you.
1 for Sole, 2 for Glide, 3 for Nyao. Get down, low. 1 for Sole, 2 for Glide, 3 for Nyao. Get down, low. Chiba Papa, hey you, hey go. Get down, low. Chiba Papa, hey you, hey go. Get down, low.
1 for Sole, 2 for Glide, 3 for Nyao. Get down,
low.
1 for Sole, 2 for Glide, 3 for Nyao. Get down.
Mkazi wangu jula jipim kuswa dansa kuuta mizimu ponya mwenda tupata mafeel Messi pa kwao level ya skill. Say how you doing, how you feel. They say the ballin' but the goal in the seal. In our section the name and the dino chairman of mano Gupta divine. Little mama, don't you stand there man when you say get it up. Abuela, send it up. Abuela, send it up. Little mama, don't you stand there man when you say get it up. Abuela, send it up. Abuela, send it up. 1 for Sole, 2 for Glide, 3 for Nyao. Get down, low. 1 for Sole, 2 for Glide, 3 for Nyao. Get down, low. Chiba Papa, hey you, hey go. Get down, low. Chiba Papa, hey you, hey go. Get down, low.
1 for Sole, 2 for Glide, 3 for Nyao. Get down.
Low.
1 for Sole, 2 for Glide, 3 for Nyao. Get down.
Cinderella, Wela Wela Cinderella, Wela Wela Cinderella. Little mama, mama, don't you stand there, man, gonna say Wela Wela Cinderella, Wela Wela Cinderella.